Hey everybody, welcome back to Fly Fishing with Adam and Dan. Woo! So excited. We haven't
been a
done
while.
this in a long time.
It's great to be back.
How have you been?
I'm doing okay.
Tell us what's been going on in your life since we were last on here.
Boats, things, not enough fishing.
You just said random words like boats, other things, fishing, not enough fishing.
Well, yeah, that's in a
You've
nutshell.
had
I
four
just wanna
children,
say
right? Is that correct? 4?
16.
Wow.
16.
It's putting in the effort right
So,
there.
yep,
It's getting her done.
they grow up quick. What about you?
Well, I mean, I got taller, and then I got shorter.
Did you grow spurt?
I did. I was at 7'4" for a while.
That's good.
Tried out for the Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks. Didn't make it.
What are we talking
I got
about?
no left
today?
hand.
Okay, that's
We are talking about the Echo. Bad. Are we allowed to say that on the air?
it's the name of the product, so we have to.
BadAss glass, or bad donkey glass. Is that what it is?
That's a different rod. No, that's different.
And yeah, this is a glass. You tell them all the specs on it there, Zippy.
Well, it's the first thing that's going to strike you on this is the color. Is that nice? Ooh, it is reminiscent of a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Whose lightsaber is the blue one?
I don't know.
I don't remember. It's been a while. Darth Vader. No, his is red. Anyways, it's blue. It's nice. You know, it looks like it's glass. You know the color?
It does.
Doesn't it?
It looks. It reminds me of blown glass, like you see, like when you go to like some tourist trap and there's some guy standing, you know, and he's like making a
just like
swan that's like, I'm gonna buy this, and then 3 months later it's in a drawer somewhere because they're like, that's the ugliest thing in my house. It's very.
glass.
It's very bendy.
So that's one of the keys to glass. Like, you say glass, like, why would they
Now,
do this?
Real quick, hold on. Before we go any further.
Yes.
Because we might be talking over someone's head. When we say glass, we're not talking about, glass. Like hey, I got a glass. We're talking...
Or windows, for that matter.
Hold, please. Oh, that's good coffee. We sell coffee now at the shop. That's good coffee.
It is good coffee. I'm going to get that.
We don't do bad coffee anymore here at Tailwater Office. So anyway, this is fiberglass.
Fiberglass.
Right.
Fiberglass.
Not like you drop it on the ground and it shatters glass. Fiberglass.
Fiberglass. Fibers that are glass. So, yeah, if you've never thrown a fiberglass rod, you will definitely know when you throw it for the first time.
Why?
Because they just feel, it's got that just textbook feel to it. They're slow, which we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
A lot slower in action. They're a lot softer. One cool thing though is that they kind of hold up a little bit better. They're a little more durable. So like when me and Dan were, freaking sword fighting earlier, they hold up fine to that. So if you're throwing big flies, nice double haul, and you get some line speed going, and your fly hits the blank, chances are you're not gonna, do damage to it unless you're throwing like, something huge. You got to keep going. But look at this. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I don't know how much farther we should go. They do videos though, and they go crazy like that.
Let's pucker it up a little bit there.
But they're so durable and it's so soft. You can get a lot of bend out of this rod. So into the power though of it, which by design, like think about, and let's go to the bass world real quick.
Okay.
Why do you throw? I mean, what's the deal that it's popular in the bass world too, going glass, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So I throw glass rods when I throw crankbaits and chatterbaits mainly.
Why?
Sometimes spinnerbaits. Usually with a spinnerbait and sometimes a chatterbait, they hit it going a mile an hour, 100 miles an hour. So that's one reason. So you've got something you can kind of load up on them. Number two, believe it or not, with a crankbait, I don't want to feel it immediately. I don't want to feel the bite immediately because I don't want to set the hook prematurely.
Okay.
So it lets them get the entire bait in their mouth. Thirdly, as you're fighting the fish,
That's interesting.
that extra bend in the rod, I'm like a cobra. Cobra Kai. December, by the way, Cobra Kai's come back out. Side note. The third thing is, while you're fighting the fish, it has a shock absorber. That's what it's an added shock absorber, so you don't lose the fish as much, especially with treble hooks in their mouth. It's harder for them to pop it free. So that's the biggest thing, shock absorber.
So yeah, it's softer. Right?
Softer.
So when it comes to fly, so when you think softer, you might think of like slow.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I think. But it's not necessarily the case. You can have softer rod that's faster. This is going to throw, it's going to feel significantly faster than probably other glass rods that you've thrown, if you've ever thrown them. It still feels entirely different than a standard graphite, carbon, whatever, what have you. It still feels entirely different. It's 8 foot long as opposed to 9 foot long.
Is that purposeful? Like, is it harder to make a 9-foot glass rod?
You're gonna stump me on camera. I don't know why. We don't need this in there.
We'll
Jake.
edit that out. No, I didn't know. I noticed it's an 8-foot rod.
So
You know.
it's 8 feet long, which is it makes me think of like tight mangrove situations. You know.
Yeah, I can
So
hear that.
like, I think it's popular with trout rods. I'm not the biggest trout guy. I don't know a whole lot about it. But some of the shorter shore stalker, like the G. Loomis one comes to mind. They call it a shore stalker. It's shorter
For stalking the shore.
for stalking the shores. So in situations like that, I think it'd be helpful. I think docks might be helpful. A little bit shorter, help you get
I know a lot
under
of the
a
guys.
dock.
I do know some of our captain guides that use these for dock fishing.
Yeah, they're they're shorter. It's not necessarily going to make it harder to cast. It's just different. This rod will slow you down. You cannot.
You gotta, yeah. And I was gonna say that it's interesting you say that. Words are hard. It's interesting you say that because I know with a glass casting rod, you have to wait on it just a
Yep.
split second. If you
Yep.
try to snap it real quick, you're not gonna. It's not
Well,
gonna be a good.
We were
cast.
just throwing this out front the other day, a couple days ago, and I was so fast with it. Get it back there, let it load
Let it
the rod
load.
up, go forward, and
And not only that, if you do, you'll throw it a mile.
yeah. This thing, that's the thing too, is fiberglass as this rod is and as soft as it feels, it's gonna have way more punch than you're used to out of any other glass rod. So, and then the feel, like it's so soft when you got a fish on there. That's insane.
Do you think I could break this?
Yeah, I'm sure you could, but no. I mean, if a fish comes off with this, it's not gonna be because of shock.
No.
There's gonna be something else. When a tarpon jumps and he's on the end of your 10 weight on this, a smaller tarpon or something, there's gonna be no way they're gonna shake that hook with the amount of flex you're gonna get out of this rod. They make them. Speaking of that, they come in 6 through 10. It's got a nice fighting butt on it. You know, they want you to catch good sized fish.
I have a
with
nice
these.
fighting butt on myself. Oh, thank you.
I'm not gonna ask you to explain that. Nice fighting butt. It's got a dual like up locking reel seat. It's a nice rod.
Good cork.
It's not. Yep, very
Good
nice
tight
cork.
And I like the fact that on the bottom of the cork down here, that's what do they call that?
EVA.
Stuff? EVA. EVA so and so. Oh, fine.
EVB, not EVB. EVA.
No, EVA. No, that's like the number one EV.
Standard kind of full well style grip. I mean, and it's a $290 rod. They're not
They're
asking for a ton of
not
money.
crazy expensive, and it comes in this cool. Hold, please. Stay right there.
What should I hold?
Just hold the rod. It comes in this cool case.
Look how cool that is.
Isn't that cool?
It's kind of retro looking.
Yeah,
you
and I
know?
think the case is glass. It's
Looks
a
like it.
fiberglass case.
Fiberglass.
I'm new here.
What class are you in? Fiberglass.
Fiberglass.
It's a
If
great
you go to
rod.
the bathroom, go to fiberglass.
Now,
Thank you.
let's talk about. I wouldn't buy this if I was looking for my first rod.
That's what I was gonna ask.
This would probably not be the one.
Right.
If you have one 8 weight and you want like a 10 weight,
Mm-hmm.
again, I still don't think I would do it. This is.
Just put that anywhere.
I mean, this is you're adding to your quiver here. This is
Right. This is something that's going to be specific.
yeah.
Same idea if you look at it from the bass world. You don't buy your first bait casting rod is not a glass rod. Your first
No.
bait casting rod is like a 7-foot, medium to medium heavy.
Yep.
This is when you buy after a while. You're like, I need to fish crankbaits better.
technique
So
specific.
what is the technique you're going to use this for? I know we kind of touched on it a little bit, but give me like 3 examples of places that you would want to have this rod to fish with.
So I already mentioned it, but docks.
Docks.
Docks are fun, and when you catch a fish on this rod, you realize how much backbone is actually there
Yeah.
that you wouldn't think is there. So docks.
What
I
about
think
nurses? That was so bad. That was so bad.
mangroves. No. Hang on. I'm not gonna say mangroves.
No.
But it would work well there. I'm gonna say the beach. This kind of ties in the second and third position, but beach. These things are so freaking fun.
Yeah.
And so in the beach too, you can
Don't have to worry about something breaking you
You
off.
get away with a
Yeah.
7 weight
Yeah.
and catch 30-inch snook or 35-inch snook on the beach with it and have the time of your freaking life.
So we got docks number 1,
Docks.
beach number 2.
And then just
Number 3.
You just need it for fun. It's so
No,
much
but give me a
fun.
place.
A place. Do people bonefish with these? Because that would be fun too.
What about like up in canals and tighter areas? Because it's an 8-foot rod.
So I kind of said mangroves,
Yeah.
but I pulled that away. But
Other vegetation that grows forth
vegetative
in high
states.
vegetative state. Jungle.
I would throw this in the jungle.
I would take that to the jungle.
Ooh, that's an interesting thing. Travel.
Yes. I mean, it's 8-footer. That's a short.
Yeah, look how short that is, and if you're throwing it in a backpack, or you know, you're putting it in a car and you're breaking it down and you're not putting it in a tube, you're just carrying it like this some of the time, you know. It's durable, man. It's got nice guides on it. It's
gonna get, if it gets a little dinged up, you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna worry about it.
You should come buy one. You'll be really glad you did.
Yes, we'll even ship it to your house.
Oh, we do that, yeah.
Tailwateroutfitters.net/.org.
Yeah.
.gov.
Well, it's tailwateroutfitterspalmharbor.com. That works. Tailwateroutfitters.net works.
I don't want to type Palm Harbor. I just type net.
That works too.
Or type in tailwateroutfitterspalmharbor.com, favorite it, then it automatically pops up when you just start to type it. You don't have to type the whole thing out. I hate typing stuff out.
We're kind of rambling here.
We are.
But
I think we're done.
BadAss glass.
Yeah. I think we're done here. Are we done here? It's been a while. Good to have you back.